This might be my favorite Twilight movie. I'm between this one and the last one. My favorite moments from the Twilight Saga Part 3, Eclipse. One of the biggest highlights for me was to hear more stories about the Quileute tribe and the legends about the first time they encountered a vampire, and how the lover came back to seek revenge. So the wife of the tribe chief had to sacrifice herself to save the tribe. A little dramatic if you ask me. She could have just wounded herself. It didn't have to be lethal. I guess it didn't hit me as hard as a teenager when I first watched this movie, but Jacob telling Bella that he loves her and then forcing a kiss on her was kind of a jerk move. And it was not okay. Bella punching him was awesome, but it was kind of dumb that she broke her hand. Possibly my most favorite part about this movie was seeing Victoria strategize how to hit the Cullens, how to create an army, all this in a plan to avenge James, her true love. That was pretty cool. We finally got to see how the Volturi are obviously super corrupt and hypocritical because they know what's going on with Victoria. They could have stopped her, and they don't do it just because it suits their purposes. I loved having more background story on both Rosalie and Jasper. Her story is very dramatic, but I was so glad that it helped us understand her a lot better. For Jasper though, I thought it was so sad how Maria was just using him and she was never in love with him. That was so bad. One of the funniest moments for sure is when Bella starts getting frisky with Edward, but he is so old school that she doesn't get any. And then he proposes after. I mean, what an awkward proposal. The love triangle is so frustrating to me, I cannot even explain. And then Bella asking Jacob to kiss her is so ridiculous, and obviously it just created more confusion. I think cinematically speaking and for the effects, that scene where the wolves enter the picture and they just break the vampires like porcelain dolls was fantastic. It didn't hit me until this last time that I watched the movie how Victoria was gonna get away for 1 second after things don't go according to plan. And then Edward has to convince her to stay basically just because he's tired of having to worry about her. That was funny. I thought it was so sad though how she uses Riley. He seemed nice and he was kind of cute. I would have loved to see a whole movie dedicated to Brie Tanner, kind of like she had a book. So it is such a bummer how her existence as a vampire is so brief. She seemed kind of fun. And finally, in the end, Edward understands why Bella wants to be a vampire. It only took him 3 books to get it, but he did. What were your favorite moments of this book/movie?